Hello and thank you for watching my video. Today is the 30th of August and I wanted to do a little video because obviously we've had the big announcement at PAX and this week's been pretty hectic regarding news for Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns. So this video is actually going to be talking about what's going to happen when we get Heart of Thorns. So this is coming out on October 23rd. As you can see here, this is the site that's the new Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns site, and this is what's going to happen. So coming out on the 23rd of October, I'm guessing the actual launch time will be around about midday California time, because I think that's generally what happens. So obviously that varies depending on your time code here. Me being in the UK, it's probably going to be Friday evening. And what things are people going to want to do? Because I'm guessing we're going to get a huge patch. I'm sure they'll bring in a patch like the week before that will pretty much fill a lot of content. That's where the data miners are going to be like in heaven with the amount of stuff coming into that patch. And then I'm sure there'll be another patch that you'll download on the 23rd that will contain the core game content. So, come the 23rd, what are people likely to do? Well, I want to go through and talk you through all the things that are going to be coming in on the 23rd. And it is a huge amount of stuff that's coming in. I mean, there is literally, endless amounts. I mean, you will spend, if you're going to spend the whole weekend, you won't be able to do everything. I mean, even try out everything. And so that's why I'm doing this little video, because I'm hoping that when you actually get Heart of Thorns, this will actually have give you a guideline for what you actually want to achieve with Heart of Thorns when it comes out, what you actually want to do with the game. So, first of all, we get the Mastery system. So this is the new way to grow your characters, level 80. So we get lore, we get combat, and we get exploration. So we're going to get things like precursors, we're actually going to get map bonuses, we get the fractals, we get leadership, and there are a number of different masteries that are coming into the game. Now, in my opinion, I believe that ArenaNet are going to block some of the story off where if you don't actually have a certain tier of a mastery. I think it's a clever way that they'll do it, and they'll stop people from completing the game in that first day. You've got to decide what mastery do you want to go for. We've got 39 unique endgame mastery tiers in 7 tracks. So you've got legendary crafting, pack commander, and fractal attunement in the Tyrian mastery line. And in the Heart of Maguma, we have Exalted, Itzel, and New HoT lore, and gliding. And obviously gliding is going to be very, very useful, so I would recommend going for that first. But some people might want to get the precursor. They might want to go for the fractals. The pack commander mastery line is a really good one, because if you get that final tier, you get auto loot, which is really, really cool. But again, I think some of the master lore, the New HoT and the Exalted and the Itzel, I think, for example, to progress in the personal story that we're going to get with Heart of Thorns, I think you will actually have to be a certain tier to actually progress, which I think is a very, very good way of doing things. It encourages people to constantly, try and level up and get more mastery points. So that is the mastery system. I think you should wait. The precursors aren't going anywhere. You can just take your time over that. And I also think that the fractals, we're going to see what's going to come up with that. As someone who does a lot of level 50 fractals, I think that's going to be useful. I also think it will be a part of the legendary back piece doing the fractals. So again, that's something you might want to consider as well. So masteries, as you can see here, are the future. They are likely to bring in new masteries as things go on. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Then we have the Heart of Maguma. So this is actually the personal story. And this is, for me, what I'm most excited about. I want to play the personal story. I want to learn what happened to the Pact. I want to know what's going to happen, in the Heart of Maguma. Are we going to go and see old Guild Wars 1 stuff? Who are the Exalted? Are we going to battle Modromoth? And, we're going to meet new creatures. And it's going to be really, really fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more story. You've got these 3 layers, the jungle canopy, the jungle floor, and the jungle roots. So this is going to be fun. And, we've got new events going on when it goes nighttime. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff coming in. Outposts, we're going to get in. And adventures, a lot of new adventures into the game, like burning away all these vines. And there's going to be leaderboards coming up with that. And meeting all these new races, the Itzel, the New HoT, and some of the enemy, like the Mordrum, the Chak, the Saurians. And then new rewards as well. We've got armor sets, weapon sets, legendary weapons, and new items, miniatures, etc. And we're going to get new map rewards. So all of this is coming in, again, with Heart of Thorns. Elite specializations. And this is going to be like incredibly busy time. So you log in, say, as your main character. What are you going to do? You're going to go do a personal story. You're going to try out the elite specialization. As someone, for example, as a elementalist, am I want to go and be 10 best? Not really, but you know, I might want to unlock it anyway, and it'll be fun. You know, my necromancer, I want to make a reaper. I want to bring, you know, create a chronomancer. These are just going to be so cool. And, you know, these are all guides on all the different specializations. So maybe you're excited about playing a new specialization. Maybe you want to be the Reaper. Maybe you want to be a Daredevil, and that's one of the things you're going to do first. Maybe you want to be a Berserker. And there's lots of things that you can do, and it is really, really nice that you're actually able to have that flexibility. Then there's the new profession, Revenant. So again, it's another character I'm really excited about, and a new profession I'm excited about creating. And I've got enough tomes of knowledge to level him up to level 80. But is he going to go and play the game straight away? Am I going to go and put him straight into the personal story? You know, we've got the core legends and you know, some of the different weapon skills. And it's going to be a huge learning experience playing with the Revenant and just trying some of the different stances that we have going on. And, you know, learning how best the Revenant works. Because the Revenant is a new profession. We don't know fully if it's going to be OP or underpowered. It's going to be fun to learn all about the Revenant and see where it fits in to Guild Wars 2. Guild halls, another thing that was, you know, mentioned a long time, well, a while ago, and it's suddenly sort of, it's drifting a little bit under the radar, but you have got to go and claim your guild hall. So when you first look into Heart of Thorns, I don't know exactly how, you know, claiming your guild hall is going to work, but you have to get your whole guild together, and it's going to be a massive battle that you're going to have. The more that you can have, you know, you upgrade up to 40 levels of guild, you know, 40 guild levels. You know, building your guild hall. I've got decorations. You know, you can do different crafting profession. The scribe. You know, is somebody going to be a scribe in your guild because they'll be able to create all the stuff? You know, and help out your guild. Decorations will be fun. You got 175 unique decorations, which can be earned as a reward for playing content with guilds. Guild anthems, you know, there's just so much for guilds in completely guild hall arenas to do 1v1s. It's just, there is so much to do with guilds that I think this might actually take a little bit of a back seat. But come the weekend, when people are starting to have a little bit of a breather, guild halls are really going to come into focus, and it's going to be something you really should pay attention to and help unlock. PvP. We've got the new PvP Stronghold map comes out with it, so this is going to be great. You've got the champions that you can commune, the Battle of Champions Dusk, and PvP leagues coming in. I mean, God, who's going to be like wanting to get as many pips as possible and get up those levels? I mean, this is just going to be a hectic day. I mean, as well, you're going to have elite specializations in PvP, so the whole meta is going to be like thrown up in the air. People won't know what is the best game, best sort of combo to go with. Oh, we're going to have Burn Guardians, are they going to be OP? Oh, Revenant's going to be much better. It's going to be, that first week is going to be so up in the air. You know, Reaper's coming in, Tempest's coming in, you know, Dragon Hunter. I mean, what is going to be the best profession? What is the best team? You know, I think now we have 8 professions. We are suddenly going to go, say 9, but in reality, it's more like 18 because of the different combo setups. And, you know, I'm not saying that it's the elite specializations are creating a second profession, but what I am saying is that there are pretty much new ways of playing certain professions. So you may see, oh, it's a Guardian playing, and then, oh my God, it's a Dragon Hunter. Oh, well, how do we come about that? Oh, geez, what's the, you know, I'm being trapped. Oh my God, I can't get out of this. And it's all that new gameplay. It's going to be really fun to learn about this and how they work in PvP. World versus World, another thing that's sort of gone on the back burner. You know, we've got new maps, the Desert Borderlands, and that's going to be fun for those of you who love playing World versus World. You know, exploration, finding out the key points and where the best place to play siege are. The first few weeks are going to be, you know, just a big learning experience because a lot of people aren't sure about where certain things work, how the mechanics work. And I think Borderlands is going to be really fun. You know, there's different mechanics for each different base. power cores, you know, keep lords, elemental keeps, shrines, sentry towers. Oh, I mean, there's just so much to do with world versus world. Automatic upgrades, they're changing the gameplay completely. So it is a lot of changes going on to world versus world, and that is a big part of Guild Wars 2, and something that people should pay attention to as well. Have a go in world versus world and explore that map. And then raids and fractal dungeons. So raids are coming into Guild Wars 2. I don't know if they're going to be coming in straight away with the launch. They have said that they're going to divide it up so that the first first sliver that will come in with Heart of Thorns, and then they'll update it as the weeks go on. We also get legendary armor coming from raids, which is going to be immense. Fractal dungeons, so Fractals of the Mists are going to be changing the way that they completely work right now. Going up to level 50, from 50 to level 100 cap. So a really, really huge amount of gameplay actually coming into the dungeons and the elite content. Legendary back piece as well. And there's just so much. And there's all this content. And I would like you guys to realise that all of this is available to us on launch day. This is happening on October 23rd. This is the day that, you know, we come in. 23rd of October, all of this content is available to us. And that is a huge amount of gameplay that we have the opportunity to try out. So I'm wanting to share with this for you guys because I'm hoping that it will help you think, okay, this is what I want to do when I go into, when I play Heart of Thorns for the first time, this is what I want to do. On my own personal opinion, I'm going to go in, I'm logging on my main Elementalist, and I'm going to go play the personal story. Then I'll probably create a Revenant, and I will look at some elite specializations for my existing characters, and then I will, you know, look at doing some PvP. Might try out world versus world, and then we'll see if we can get the guild together to do some guild hall rushes, and then I might even try out some fractals. And if we have enough players, go for a raid. There's so much to do that weekend, and it's going to be really, really fun. Picking a mastery as well. There's just so much to do. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you have learned something from this. Feel free to leave me any comments if you feel that there are certain things that I've not covered completely, or there's something that you're really looking forward to. What do you want to do when Heart of Thorns launches? Please let me know, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.